Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe to my other channel, Queen Spirit 1126. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to pick 4 cards. Alright, we're going to pick 4 blue cards randomly. Alright, take this bottom one here, and then this one on top. All right, let's see how many numbers this is. Ooh, 7, love it. 8, 3, 22. All right, so 7, 8, 3, 2, 2 is the number that we are dealing with today. All right, so we got 4 and 7 plus 7, 14 plus 8. Right, so that's 24. 14 plus 8, no, 22. Oh, shit. 22. Interesting. And then if we go 10 plus 22 is 32, is 40. Okay, so that's definitely interesting. So we have a couple numbers here, the number 22, and we have the number 40. So let's go ahead and get into this, right? So 22 is about some kind of spiritual gifts. It's more than a spiritual gift. It's your connection to spirit, excuse me. And then it's kind of like them pushing you forward to do the things that not only they want you to do, but you want to do also. 22 is a number that helps you live your best life, right? It's also the year that we are in, it's 22. So you guys may have had some difficulty this year in trying to live your best life. Okay, I don't know. I do not know, but yes, that's what I'm getting here. So so the number 7 here, self-realization, spiritual intuition, inner knowing. 7 is a very introspective number, right? That's why we have self-realization there. It's also the first number. So it kind of gives a vibe of I am number 1. So this is something that is very important to your being, feeling like you are number 1. So there's 2 kinds of selfish, right? There's a selfish person that'll stomp all over anybody to get the things that they want. And then there's this vibe of being selfish because in order to live this life, there's self-preservation. You have to make sure that you're doing the best things for you. You have to make sure that you're just not eating anything and just not drinking anything and just not spending your money anywhere or allowing people to treat you however, because that's not going to help you preserve yourself. So I definitely get that energy is big here. And some of us may have gotten lost in some kind of self-preservation. Okay. I don't feel that this is a negative thing, but I am getting kind of like this tunnel vision. Like this 7 over here has caused you to only see the world one way, right? One thing about 7 and 8, they are very serious numbers. They're like, let's get to it type numbers. They don't play around. They're not fucking abstract. It's like, hey, what you see is what you get type energy. So when you have 7 and 8s in your chart, you can really be seen as a very a very serious person, excuse me. And so that doesn't necessarily describe you as a person. Like you could not be serious at all, you know what I'm saying? But people will see you that way because that's how you kind of present yourself. So I do see that you guys have been kind of analyzing and looking at the way your karma has turned out. And there is some kind of attachment to some kind of negative karma. And this is because of some kind of lack of communication. And then with the 22, I get the word upset is coming, like some kind of upset, like you guys have skipped over some kind of intuition, not listen to your guides, not ask for the things that you needed to ask for. For some of you guys, I get that you may be very religious and maybe your guides ask you to do something that you feel goes against what your religion is. And what I would say to that is that try to, okay, so you can celebrate deities without subscribing to a religion. Because at the end of the day, religion is what people decided to make rules of. That's why they made all these books like, hey, these are the rules that you need to follow. Which at the end of the day, your guides could be this, leader of this religion to human beings, but they don't really subscribe to all of those rules like religion will tell you to do. So I want you guys to kind of like free your mind, because at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want to do. If you're not hurting anybody, if you're not hurting anybody, including yourself, if you're not damaging people's psyche and all of that, then it's okay to try it. Now, I'm not telling you to be like unleashing no demons or no shit like that, but I am saying that open your mind to the possibilities of what could be if your life wasn't bogged down by rules. Something I read some years ago is that you are a slave to the rules that you live by. And none of us want to be slaves. Lately, I've been getting this message that you need to focus on your character, how you treat people, your morals and ethics in life. And they're not going to always line up with a religion. So let's go ahead and take some trinkets. Got 7. Got a little flower. Okay. Oh. We got an octopus here. Starfish. Okay. All right. So this is a candle. I think that this is some kind of religious symbol. I am not positive. But let's start over here with the 7. We have, all right, sorry about that. So 7, so the number 7 has this flower here. So I do get a vibe here, just because flower usually means personal growth, spiritual growth, things like that. This one feels very generic, and it kind of feels like it is a little bit lost. All right, so to me, this kind of looks like the emblem of the sun in the middle, which represents our ego, right? So there could be some kind of central focus on ego, something that can be a little bit distracting, right? So with the issues with communication, this could be because you are too focused on the way that somebody feels about you, the way somebody thinks of you. With the 8, we have the octopus here, which is wild because the octopus has 8. This one only got 6. What the hell? But anyway, octopus has 8 legs, so that's definitely interesting. So with the number 8 here, the octopus definitely feels like you are being pulled in a bunch of different directions, right? So one interesting fact about the octopus is that it finds food in the water and it finds food on land, right? Earth and water are both very feminine energies. And I kind of feel like you are discovering your feminine energy here. There's something to do with emotion, caring, accepting of other people, and kind of supporting that you haven't quite figured out yet. You haven't figured out how to do that and be okay with yourself, right? So I feel like there's always this extra pull of somebody, like for instance, if you're in a relationship They always take too much, like in your family. They always take too much. And it's like, okay, you give and give and give until there's nothing left. And so we're back at this self-preservation, this I need to focus on myself. I need to work on myself. I do get this vibe of a bruised ego as well. Definitely, you guys may have some negative self-talk going on, which can be hard, heartbreaking. That's what I feel is here. You guys are holding on to some kind of negative self-talk, and this is hurting your energy with spirit. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to be somebody that's going to tell you to be toxically positive. Like, oh, all you got to do is think positive and everything is going to go right. But I will say, if you are the type of person, let's say, for instance, you're like, man, I really fucked this up, right? I really messed this up. I didn't do this well. So if you don't do something well, or you feel like you messed something up, a better way to go about that so you can move that negative energy into positive is like, why did you fuck it up? How did you fuck it up? Where did it go wrong? And then make steps to not do that again, because that's what's important, is to learn the error of your ways, not to be down on yourself. You guys, some of you guys are looking at yourself like you're some kind of machine or something like that. Like, okay, you shouldn't make a mistake. You may have somebody in your life that is kind of in that energy of, oh, you should have never did this in the first place. Like, if it's one thing I can't stand, is us being here, right here. So we're here, and you're like, well, you should have went back in the past and did it right, right? I'm getting that heavy. So it's just like people who don't appreciate you, don't believe in you, and kind of want to like stick you to all of your mistakes, right? Like, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody messes up. Everybody has this turning point in their life where they're like, man, I really, really fucked that up in the past, and I'm really not going to do that again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned from my mistakes. And that's something that we all have to do, is learn from our mistakes. You have to accept the fact that nobody is perfect, including yourself, and that you need to watch the way that you speak to yourself, watch the way you speak to your guides. Sometimes when you are manifesting something in life, you have to be demanding. Not, oh, Spirit, can you help me with that? Oh, Spirit, is this going to happen for me? Oh, Spirit, when is this going to happen? And this is even in your prayers. Be like, okay, this is going to happen by then. I'm going to get this. Like, speak more positive affirmations, more definite affirmations. Instead of asking questions, place yourself in this energy of, okay, it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. It's going to happen by this time. Even if it doesn't, you're still putting the correct energy out there. So let's clarify the 7 and this flower. All right, so we got the King of Cups. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, right? The King of Cups, I really like as a card because, you know, water is a feminine energy, and a lot of people who are masculine representing, they have to come to terms early in life with this feminine energy. They just have to. The King of Cups is somebody who learns how to control their emotions in any given situation. However, what the King of Cups is going to do is also understand why they're feeling the way that they feel. I don't know why. I just want to tell you, just don't overstate it, right? Because people who are going to run all over you and trample all over you, they don't give a fuck how you feel anyway. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't care. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't take time out of your day to really pinpoint and realize where these emotions are coming from, and kind of like what they mean to you, and how they play a role with how you deal with everything every day. So we have the 8 and the octopus. Clarify this 8 and the octopus. I mean, this octopus is missing 2 of the little tentacles. Like, what the hell? All right, so we got the 6 of swords. This, man, it's very on point. You can't, like, you're not fucking around with this. You are not. 6 of swords, right? Couple things here. All right, I'm getting a bunch of messages, so let's relax. 6 of swords is moving over troubled waters. It is a card of emotion, though. But you might think swords, okay, that is a very mental energy. And so, again, you have this masculine meets feminine. And I talk about that a lot because we forget to respect our feminine energy, or we forget to respect our masculine energy, and we kind of become succumbed by one. But this is mentally overcoming some kind of emotions. For some of you guys, it's emotional abuse. I get abuse very heavy here, like people mistreating you, right? And so we have the 8 and 6 coming to a 5, and that is 14. 14 is abuse of freedom, right? And so we have the number 5, which is change, which is fear. And so with the 8 here, it's like you are changing your karma, right? We even have the octopus. You're moving from this place of being succumbed by emotion to walking on dry land. Some of you guys may have dreamed of like water, because I keep getting that, being in a swimming pool, jumping in the ocean, things like that. Or just maybe a storm where you're like fully submerged in water. Remember, when you dream about water, it's all about emotion. The more you avoid it, the more in real life you're avoiding some kind of emotion. You're avoiding dealing with something. So make sure that when you see the water in your dream, you are ready to jump all in, right? To prepare you for your waking life. Okay. So yeah. I feel like you guys are definitely moving from a very emotionally troubled state, and that's okay. That's okay. Goodness gracious. All right, what do we got here? We got 10 of Wands on the 3. We got 13, and we got the 5 starfish, which is 5, right? 3, 13. Irresponsible, self-indulgent. Okay, so I feel like some people may see you as this, but I'm sorry, I kind of like forgot something over here. So let me go back real quick. So we have 4 swords facing up, 2 of swords facing down. The 4 of swords is this energy of meditation, whereas the 2 of swords is kind of taking the blindfold off and really realizing the things that are in front of you, the truth of the matter of everything. So I do feel like there is a deep karma coming from this place of being overly emotional until being able to set roots and really like dig into what you want. And you're doing that through meditation, because it's going to help you see the truth of everything. So we're moving over here. We got the 10 of Wands and we got the 3 and the starfish. Okay. So with the 5 and the 3 coming to 8 and the 10, that's the number 18. That comes to the number of the moon card. The moon is about, you know, it's funny. I was just talking about dreams. The moon's about dreams. The moon is definitely about seeing some things that are not there, right? So we have 5 wands up, 5 wands down. You guys have been fighting this mental battle with yourself. 3 is the number of communication. 3 is also represent like the suit of swords, right? And which is kind of like a mental type definition. And so mentally, you guys have been holding on to some old views of yourself, some old things that you have said. There are just some things in life that you just have to let go of. The only people that are going to hold you to a standard that you set for yourself years ago is you or people who don't want to see you grow. We grow every day. And just because you set a goal 5, 10 years ago, hell, even if you set a goal yesterday and it doesn't align with who you are today, then you have to move on from that. You know, you can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. You have to allow yourself to know that experiences and things change, and you have to change with it. The last card, we got the 22, and we got the torch, the candle. All right, so Spirit's trying to light something up. So we got the 3 of Wands, and this is definitely facing upward. I feel like the number 7 is very significant in your life right now. Very, very significant. Something that you definitely should be paying attention to, okay? So we have the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is kind of like your ship's coming in, and Spirit wants you to catch on to it. There's a plan that must be had. There's a plan that you had that you have to move forward in. So it's kind of like we have 1 wand going down, so the Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands facing up, but the number in and of itself is the 3 of Wands. So the 2 of Wands is about planning, but it's also kind of like about being scared to move forward and make that first step. And because of that, there's been some kind of loss of passion. And so with the candle here, it's like Spirit is reigniting that passion in you. Like I tell you guys, you can have a plane ticket. I was gonna say train, but you can have a plane ticket, and the plane is gonna come. But it's still your job to get to the airport on time and to get on the plane for yourself. So even though you will be presented with the opportunity, you still have to have that passion to move forward and do the things that you have to do. All right, so that's all I have for this number, 78322. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time.